Those two are definitely going to keep the mule busy this year, guys.
A little bit of ice on the pond.
Well, it's most certainly winter time for all of us, isn't it? We are supposed to drop down to 8 degrees tonight, and we have potential of some snow coming. But this morning we're going to go back and try out the new Stihl 661C and see if it'll cut down a tree for us. I hope you guys enjoy the video. It wasn't but about 4 months ago we was back here clearing this trail out. Well, I hate to lose this tree to the oak tree virus, but that one is reasonably straight up through there. And out of the top, we're going to get a bunch of firewood. And we are going to get some nice long milled logs out of this thing. It will be the perfect test for the new saw. And if I can get that guy to fall right down through there, that will be a good shot for it. I did put the 20-inch bar on. And what a nice looking saw. This thing just absolutely easy to look at. .2 horsepower. So it's definitely going to be able to chew some wood up. Let me get you guys moved back. That way we don't have to worry about the wind blowing the tree over on you. We'll get the mule out of the way and we'll see how the saw's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let it warm up. This will be the first time I've cut with this saw. It's run a total of about 3 minutes, and you guys seen the first fire up for it. Let that warm up. We definitely don't want nothing hitting the mule. He's been dead for about 2 years now. We're definitely going to have a good use for it once we bring it down. I'm really hoping that virus has not picked up some of these other nicer oak trees down through here. I do see a big limb that fell out of this guy back here laying on the ground. So I'm hoping not to lose a bunch of these due to that virus. But we do have a use for it. I'm going to go ahead and run this first cut without hearing protection on, so I can listen to the saw. Make sure it's running okay. Well, that is a nice tree. That was smooth. All right, let me get you guys moved back where we don't have to worry about it falling on you or the camera. We're down winger. Come on, baby. There she goes. It's not perfect. Well, it is not dead inside. Solid all the way through. That's a good thing. This thing has been dropping limbs now for several years. Back here we've been picking these guys up. It's going to make some excellent firewood. But it was time for it to be cut down. Definitely 12 foot with no problem, nice and straight. And then another 12 feet, I would say, before we get to here. Good log. The 661, that saw has some power. And at over 7 horsepower, woo, dragging that 20-inch chain was no problem. Now another thing I'm doing is varying the throttle since we're breaking this in. I'm not trying to hold a consistent RPM, just up and down and let the saw get wore in a little bit. Boy, it is a lot to hold on to. This thing has some power. Now because this saw has a microchip in it, as it gets broke in, it's supposed to actually be 20% more fuel efficient over models that does not have their M technology on it. I think it may be 20% more efficient because it's got that much more power. You're cutting a lot faster. I don't mind taking the time to break this thing in, right? I'm not going to run it full throttle for at least the first full tank of fuel. And I don't know that I need to have to. This thing is amazing in power. To have seven horses in your hands with a chain on the end of it, that means business. Check and make sure my chain's tight. I need to tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Well, this saw, along with the 391, should do me the rest of my life. Now this is a heavy girl. We're 17 pounds here. We get it broke in, we'll find out exactly what that saw is capable of doing. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are definitely going to see a lot more of this saw. We always see the Mule. This thing gets a workout around here, and I'll tell you what, challenging it is challenging to me. So I really appreciate that piece of equipment, and looking forward to getting this over to the milling area, which is just right over here to you guys' left hand side, and it will definitely be some nice material there to get milled rather than just cutting it into firewood. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one.